In this video, we're going to talk about something that most people don't want to talk about, or they don't even know it's an issue. This is the reason why most professional guides out there will tell you that their clients do not catch as many fish as they should. It's because they can't put the lure or the bait where it needs to be, and it's their casting accuracy. Now, before you leave me, hear me out on this one. It really doesn't matter what kind of gear, what kind of rod, what kind of lure, what color you're using, if you can't get the lure where the fish is going to be at. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you 3 tips that's going to help you become a better caster. So anybody who puts these tips into practice, you will become a better caster, and therefore you will catch more fish. So let's get right into it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this may find you. And again, we're going to talk about something that most people don't want to talk about. And be honest with you, I've been fishing with a lot of people out there. We have a lot of insiders. I've been fishing with them. We've been having insider meetups where we're doing casting contests, and your casting accuracy is not really where it needs to be. Now, I'm not shaming anybody. This comes from a place of love. I want to help you out. And maybe you don't realize that might be the issue. I'm going to give you a couple of tips, and it's going to help you out more than any lure that you'll ever be able to buy. Now, the first tip I want to tell you about is I want you to go to the dollar store and I want you to buy a hula hoop. Yep, that's it, a hula hoop. I want you to take it to your backyard. If you don't have a backyard, front yard, maybe take it to the park, maybe take it to a field. Bring your fishing rod with you. I want you to put that hula hoop down and I want you to walk 40 feet away from it. Cast at that hula hoop, and if your lure doesn't land inside that hula hoop 8 out of 10 times, you need practice. And the more you practice, the better you're going to get and the more fish you're going to catch. It's pretty much a guarantee. When you get to the point where you can hit that target 8 out of 10 times at 40 feet, back up to 50 feet, start all over again, back up to 60 feet and do it all over again. What we want to do is we want to make sure you're going to hit that target each and every time. You can even make that target a little bit smaller as you get better, but the more accurate you get, the closer you're going to be able to put your lure where those fish are. Now I'm going to give you 2 more tips that's going to help you out with your casting accuracy. But if you think videos like this are helpful, please do us a favor, click that like button, subscribe to our channel, and then hit the notify button. I know this is the obligatory YouTube part that we're doing that, but it really does help us out and it helps other people to find content like that. So if you think this is helpful, please do that. Now let's move on to the second tip. The second tip is while you're out there on the water, never just randomly cast at anything. Make sure you're picking out a specific target and you're casting to that target, whether that be a specific branch on a mangrove line, a piling on a dock, a pothole out on the grass flat, a specific rock that's out there. We want to make sure and throw at a target. And the more often that we're doing this, the quicker that we're going to be more accurate with our casts, with our placements. So make sure and always target something specifically. If you're fishing on a shoreline and you're not necessarily seeing anything like that, try to cast at a certain tree on the opposite bank. There's always something that you could be aiming for. And the more often we do this, the more practice we have, the quicker we're going to get better at this. And as you get better at this, what you can do is you can actually make those targets even smaller. So instead of aiming at a specific dock pylon, aim for one that's underneath it that's a little bit further, or instead of aiming at a specific branch, start aiming for those holes that are in the mangroves and in those potholes. Don't just aim for a pothole, aim for the left of it, aim for the right of it, aim behind it, aim in front of it. And that way you can really dial in your casting and get accurate quickly this way. And for my next tip, this is something that's really important to me and it's going to make a big difference. It's something we don't think about. Whenever you make a cast, listen to what you're telling yourself. If you're telling yourself that you've made a bad cast, if you cast it up in a tree, if you hit a dock, you get it hung up on the branches, what are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself, oh man, that's a terrible cast. Oh, you're such an idiot. You're the worst fisherman out there. That is not going to resonate well. It's going to make you angry. It's going to make your overall experience less, and you're not going to get better that way. Instead, this is what I want you to do. Whenever you make a good cast, focus on that. Tell yourself, that's what a cast should be like. That was a great cast. That cast deserves a bite no matter what. The more often we do this, the quicker we are going to help ourselves. So watch the way that you're talking to yourself inside your head. It's like your child. If your child comes home and they're happy because they got a B on the test, you're not going to yell at them and ask them why they didn't get an A. You're going to be supportive and you're going to be happy and you're going to be proud. It's going to make them feel better. It's the same thing inside our heads. So make sure that we are concentrating on the positive, and that is going to make a quick difference in the way that your casting ability is. I know it sounds silly, but it's true. Now listen, we've all been there. I definitely understand how it is. Casting is not one of those things we think about. We like to think about all that other stuff, but if we don't get the lures where the fish are, then we're probably not going to catch as many fish. Not probably, we won't catch as many fish. Now, if you're looking to improve your casting techniques, I'm going to put a link here that's going to show you the best way to cast a spinning rod.